Here is the Prime Minister of Australia, the Right Honourable R.G. Menzies.
Fellow Australians, it is my melancholy duty to inform you officially that in consequence of a persistence by Germany in her invasion of Poland, Great Britain has declared war upon her, and that as a result, Australia is also at war. No harder task can fall to the lot of a democratic leader than to make such an announcement. Great Britain and France, with the cooperation of the British dominions, have struggled to avoid this tragedy. They have, as I firmly believe, been patient. They have kept the door of negotiation open. They have given no cause for aggression. But in the result, their efforts have failed, and we are therefore, as a great family of nations, involved in a struggle which we must at all costs win, and which we believe in our hearts we will win. What I want to do tonight is just to put before you honestly and as clearly as I can a short account of how this crisis has developed. The history of recent months in Europe has been an eventful one. It will exhibit to the eyes of the future student some of the most remarkable instances of a ruthlessness and indifference to common humanity which the darkest centuries of European history can scarcely parallel. Moreover, it will, I believe, demonstrate that the leader of Germany has for a long time steadily pursued a policy which was deliberately designed to produce either war or a subjugation of one non-German country after another by the threat of war. We all have vivid recollections of September of last year. Speaking in Berlin on September the 26th, 1938, Hitler said, referring to the Sudeten-German problem, which was then approaching its acutest stage, "And now the last problem which must be solved and which will be solved concerns us. It is the last territorial claim which I have to make in Europe." 4 days later, at Munich, when the problem had been settled on terms which provided for the absorption of the Sudeten country into Germany, and which otherwise professed to respect the integrity of the remainder of the Czechoslovak state, Hitler participated with the Prime Minister of Great Britain in a statement which went out to all the world. Its most important sentence was this: "We are resolved that the method of consultation shall be the method adopted to deal with any other question that may concern our two countries, and we are determined to continue our efforts to remove possible causes of difference and thus to contribute to assure the peace of Europe." What a strange piece of irony that seems today, only 12 months later. In those 12 months, what has happened? In cold-blooded breach of the solemn obligations implied in both the statements I have quoted, Hitler has annexed the whole of the Czechoslovak state, has, without flickering an eyelid, made a pact with Russia, a country the denouncing and reviling of which has been his chief stock in trade ever since he became Chancellor, and has now, under circumstances which I shall describe to you, invaded with armed force and in defiance of civilized opinion the independent nation of Poland. Your own comments on this dreadful history will need no reinforcement by me. All I need say is that whatever the inflamed ambitions of Führer may be, he will undoubtedly learn, as others